I think after I had people like McDonald's call me about privacy and PBS call me about privacy, I thought, well, maybe I should focus there, right? So a lot of people were calling me about that. I thought, well, this is going to be like a big interest, and it has. It's turned out to be a really big interest. It was funny at the time because when I would be telling people about it, they were like, well, is there like a summary of this? I'm like, and I was looking, I'm like, no, there's no summary of anything because no one's really looked at it, right? So over those years, I had tried to create a lot of, articles, a lot of speaking things, so there at least be some guidance for people who
Mhm.
are looking for stuff as opposed to them reading 300 pages of a regulation. So I did a lot of that early on, and I still do that.
Wow, that is quite amazing. Now, you've built a global brand, right, from the ground up. So, what were some of the early challenges you faced, now, especially as a woman of color in tech, and how did you overcome them?
That's a good question. You know what? I've had some phenomenal mentors. Just being a woman in tech and a black woman in tech, a lot of times, I go to conferences or I go to shows or go to meetings, and a lot of times I was the only woman and I was the only person of
Mhm.
color anywhere, right? And so eventually I start to see little sprinklings of other people like, hey, who are you? Trying to introduce ourselves to one another. And so I think the thing that really helped me is that I've had mentors from just all over, right? So regardless of color, race, creed,